Hi everyone and welcome to Free Range Diva. Thank you so much for coming back for part 2 of my bathroom makeover. I am so glad that you enjoyed last week's video so much that you decided to come back for part 2. And if you're new and you missed it, I'm going to link it right up here so you can check it out. So when I ended that video, I had done the grout around the sink, I had refurbished the cabinets, done some repairs on the doors, painted the handles, painted the cabinets, and painted the room. The next thing to do was the floors. I contacted the same company that had actually resurfaced our living room and dining room wood floors, and they came out. We discussed what we wanted, and within a couple of days, they had the tiler out here to do the floor. I chose a white hexagon tile because it's classic and it'll work in any time period. They decided to lay it over the existing floor, which I didn't want, but because they thought there might be some asbestos issues, they felt that that would be the best thing, and so they did. It took 2 days and the floors were done. Once they were finished, I waited a couple of days for the grout to cure and then I sealed it. I used this particular product. It's a water-based sealer that I got from Home Depot, and this is low VOCs because it's water-based, and I chose that because the floors are not gonna, it's not like I was doing like the shower pan for the bathroom or something that's gonna see a lot of water. They really aren't. So this says that it lasts 10 years or up to 10 years guaranteed. So that's why I picked it. Several years ago when we had new tile put down on the kitchen floors, I resealed the grout and I did it on my knees going down every single grout line by hand. I was not gonna do that this time. This time I attached a sponge roller to a painter's pole and rolled the product on. I worked in sections to make sure the grout was saturated. This product you roll on, leave it on 3 to 5 minutes for maximum absorption into the grout, then wipe off the excess with a clean cloth. I attached the cloth to a Swiffer pole so I could do the whole job standing up. At that point, it was time to do some touch-up painting and cleaning because there was grout residue all over the place. And then I put the room back together again. I decided not to switch out the bathroom faucet as I had planned because we got a plumber to come out and give us an estimate, and it was ridiculous because once he saw that we have galvanized pipe, he was, oh, I'm going to have to replace all your plumbing. I can't, it's blah, 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 blah. So let me take this moment to tell you about what I call G.A.L.K. G.A.L.K. Or not. Okay, I had to wait a minute for the garbage. Today is trash day, so I waited for the garbage truck to pass by. I think it's going to be quiet now. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. The galvanized pipe. Let me tell you about G.A.L.K, what I call G.A.L.K, G-A-L-K. It stands for galvanized pipe, asbestos, lead, and knob and tube. And if you live in an older home, then you are familiar with G.A.L.K, and you always have to be prepared to potentially, especially if you open anything up or make any changes, you might have to deal with one of those issues. So anyway, what the plumber did not know is that over the years that my parents have been here, we've replaced some of the galvanized with copper, depending on when we had work done. And since that faucet on the bathtub is relatively new, like in the last 20 years, I'm pretty sure that those pipes from leading from it were replaced. But I wasn't going to tell him that because it annoys me in the extreme when plumbers come in and they're like, oh my God, you've got galvanized pipe. You've got to rip everything out. As if we didn't know that. So anyway, I digress. Let's get back to where we left off. Oh, okay. Originally, I had planned to reglaze the tub, but after the issue with the faucet, I decided to give it a good cleaning and then just take a look at it and see what I thought. And it actually cleaned up pretty nicely, so I'm gonna leave it for now. It's fine, especially since neither me or my mother take baths anymore. So at some point I will have that tub reglazed in the future, but we're gonna pass for now. Then I installed a towel rack because there was a big hole in the wall that needed patching, which I did, and then I remounted it. Finally, I was able to add some decorative pieces. Yay! So, I have always been a thrift shopper, mostly because I just never had discretionary money to buy new furniture and stuff like that. At least not full price. I mean, if I needed a lamp, I didn't care what style lamp it was, I just needed it to light up whatever space that I needed it to light up. And to be honest, I love items with history. So, for example, that large painting right there, let's see here. There we go. The large painting in the center of the room and this one right next to it here with the lighthouse, those both came from Goodwill, as did that lamp right there and this desk. And my most favorite thing ever is the lamp that I'll show you in a clip here. Was found on the street on bulk trash day when I lived in Queens, New York. So it was totally free. So all the fixtures in the bathroom were secondhand, starting with the light switch plate. So all the other switch plates throughout the house are very decorative, very intricate, almost Baroque in their design. So I wanted the switch plate in the bathroom to fit in. And it inspired me to repeat this jewelry idea in the other accessories. This came from the vintage hardware store. It was chrome and I spray painted it with the champagne bronze. This came from the vintage hardware store. This came from Facebook Marketplace. And this also came from the vintage hardware store and it's solid brass. One of the rugs was from Target, the other is reused. I found it in the laundry room linen closet. The artwork was ordered from Etsy for the frame, which was thrifted. Most of the other decor is reused. So at this point, the bathroom is functional, it's beautiful, and I love being in there. I'm on the hunt for a mirror for the medicine cabinet and also for a small shelf to go over the toilet, but otherwise, I'm really happy with the way it has turned out so far. You'll notice I used mixed metals, which is a very popular trim right now, and I think it works best when it's intentional, and chrome and brass are both very classic, so all the faucets are chrome and the other accessories are brass or have a brass-like finish. Metal accessories. I like to see a balance between wood, stone, glass, and metal. I find it's very calming to the eye when you have an equal proportion of each, and then you can soften things up with your textiles and textures. As far as my strategy for getting through this, I allowed myself plenty of recovery time between projects, and if I had something planned and I woke up that morning and I didn't have the energy or just wasn't motivated to do it, I gave my body and my mind the grace to wait until I felt more energetic and more enthusiastic. That way I didn't have to worry about getting burnt out or this becoming a chore rather than something that was supposed to be fun. So ultimately, I cannot wait to try something like this again. In fact, there's a half bathroom just off the foyer that is in pretty bad shape, so maybe. So that's where I'm going to leave it. If you have any questions for me that I didn't answer in the video, then leave them in the comments below. And if you've challenged yourself to do something that you did not think you could do or that you knew you would really be pushing yourself, let me know what that is. If you enjoyed this, then please let me know by giving me a thumbs up if you'd like to see, especially if you want to see more videos like these. And if you'd like to subscribe and come back, that would be wonderful as well. I so appreciate and love that you take a little bit of your time to spend with me. I cannot wait to see you again next week. And so until that video, I'm going to wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.